Hello and welcome people to the internet. My name is JakeJagan7 and welcome back to Let's Play Shovel Knight. So in the last episode we took care of some other stuff, actually extra stuff in the overworld, and we tackled Mole Knight. In this episode we're gonna go tackle Treasure Knight, and we'll either go tackle Plague Knight, or we'll do some of this extra stuff like that right there. So without further ado, let us get right into Treasure Knight's level, the Iron Whale. Let's not get right into the news. I know it's very old at this point, but hey, whatever. Alright, so right here we have these enemies right here. You just have to hit them in the front, and then you can use their shells to break various things, such as these the dirt blocks. See, I've kind of made those two come together. So obviously, you know, when you hit those bubbles, they just instantly disappear. Well, not instantly, but they'll fade away, so you can't jump on them again. And the water makes you jump higher. So I feel like this game does do the water level pretty well, honestly. The water controls really aren't, I mean, obviously they're slower than the land controls, but they're really not that bad. It's pretty easy to control Shovel Knight in the water. I mean, you know, it's just a bit floatier, but that can also lead to some pretty, like, cool, you know, stuff, so. Yeah, no, I do think this is a pretty fun level. It's probably one of my favorite levels in the game, I'd say. I know, honestly, pretty much all this game's levels are just awesome, so it's kind of hard to say, but I do like this one quite a bit. And I'd probably put it as one of my favorite water levels. Alright. So, let's see if I can... Alright, nice. Got all that. Shell. Some extra stuff up here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's no way I can kill those gray ones, so you're just gonna have to deal with them whenever they come up. Alright, though, so... because if you try to do this with your shovel, it's gonna get bounced back a bit, so yeah. Not really much you can do there. Wait. Right. So. And we have this up here. We used him to damage this. So just like we've seen before, there are like alternate versions of those night enemies. Seems like I'm pretty sure each level has its own like variation on them, or like most of level 2, so. I guess I probably could have... yeah, I probably should have just waited to eat that. I'm pretty sure I was still at full health. No, I'm 1 dot below full health, so... not really a huge deal, but... so I could have saved that apple. Alright. So you got all the gold in here. Let's head onward. Alright, oh god. Well, I kind of screwed that up, didn't I? Alright. See what's in here. Oh god. That was bad. I thought I could grab gold with a shovel, I guess you can't. Alright. Anyway, let's just be careful here not to get ourselves killed. I don't think I've died to spikes yet, but like I said before, spikes are indeed an instant kill, so be very careful not to jump on spikes. It's kind of like in real life. Alright. Here we have more of these moving platforms. We're gonna go for the gold, obviously. Be careful you don't jump all the way, because then you'll die, and that's not exactly a nice thing, you know? That isn't particularly nice. Not a lot of people really like to die, but at the same time, considering everyone else dies, it ends up being pretty nice to die. What am I even talking about? It's like that very infamous saying: if you had a friend named Bridge, would you jump off of him? Alright, then. So, yeah, if all your friends died, would you die with them? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I've clearly run out of ideas. Give your answers to the if your friend was named Bridge question down in the comments below, and I'll forget that I ever asked this question. So that's nice. All right. Oh no, I missed something. Wait, can I get back up there? Damn. And I just realized I missed something. I don't think that was the relic. I don't think. That's close. Yeah, like this is actually one of the this is the level I was mentioning back in the second episode of the series, where the relic is not like particularly useful. Like it's not like one of the most useful ones, but it's still pretty useful, especially in the level it appears in. Yeah, the relic for this level is very, very useful for this particular level. I feel like that's how a lot of relics work, but unlike most other ones, I feel like it still holds value outside this level. So, alright, so we got the checkpoint, the dirt pile, or we'll just, you know, hit it with a shovel. Pretty sure I actually did just say hit, so yeah, not really much of a difference. Alright, so now we have these sort of mini boss for this level. So right now we're just trying to kind of run away from this guy. And he'll lead us over to here. Yeah, this is the main arena. So right now we just have to hit his little glowy spot. Great terminology by me. Alright, so yeah, I can pogo on it. Fortunately, that'd be a nice way to get some extra damage, but not necessarily possible here. Alright, so probably most of it, honestly. Oh yeah, of course, I always forget, the relic is like just on the main course in this level. So yes, so the throwing anchor. So this is a, well, obviously it's an anchor, but when you throw it, it'll lob upwards. Wait, I'll try to show it right here. Yes, when you throw it, it'll lob upwards and hit enemies sort of like above and like diagonally in front of you. So it's pretty useful because not really too many of Shovel Knight's moves can really cover that angle. So it is pretty useful in that regard. Like I said, it is fairly situational, though, as you can see here, you know, it's serving use against this guy. I still feel like the flare wand is a lot more useful than this. That's, you know, that's kind of my 2 cents, but it is still one of the more useful relics. Like I said, it kind of hits people in a weird spot that can sometimes be useful, but I do feel like the flare wand just gets a lot more use because you're more often going to find enemies that are just right in front of you that you want to kill from a distance, and not at that awkward sort of above you, or like, you know the angle. I already showed it to you, so might as well not try to explain it again because I'm awful at explaining things. Alright, so head up here. Alright, moving on in the world. Well, I think that might have been my first spike death, so that's nice. And I literally did the same thing twice in a row, so yes, please feel free to lose all faith in me, and especially humanity, because I'm far from the worst in humanity, but don't get me wrong, I'm not like great or anything, but I'm not complete trash. I'm just really bad at video games, which is why I probably shouldn't be running a Let's Play channel. But hey, let me follow my dreams. Don't trigger me, please. I feel triggered when you tell me not to do things. Help. Alright, well, I guess I don't have to cut now, so if I can just hit this freaking ray. Okay. Jesus. Fuck sticks. I really like that saying for some reason. Does that make me strange? One of my favorite sayings ever is Jesus fuck sticks. Oh my god. I don't know why. I just try saying it. It's really fun to say. Oh my god. Why game? Alright, so back here. Let's try to jump now. There we go, caught it that time. Now this is one of those areas where the throwing anchor can be useful. It can be kind of hard to hit this guy just when you're like down below, because there's not really much space to get above him, and that's usually an angle that can be useful to try and get above him, but you can't. So I usually just like to camp that guy out with throwing anchors. And unlike most other relics, the throwing anchor is just on the main path of the level, so it's not really that difficult, you know, to find it. You're pretty much guaranteed to run into it. Oh god, wait. Wow, that was awful. I was like on the same, wait, what? Yeah, I was on the area where you're supposed to hit it to knock it down, whatever. So, right here in this part of the level, these anchors will drop down and step on this top part of them. I believe the bottom part does indeed hurt you, so try not to step there. Some friendly words of advice, you know. Take it or leave it, I guess. Let's see if that'll... Alright, so he's dead, but I barely have any gold left, or magic left. Well, I have tons of gold. I have barely any magic left. Because this thing apparently takes up 6 pieces of magic. You guys have probably figured that out by now, because you've been paying more attention to it than I have. Alright, so we're gonna head up here. Getting on this little secret. And I barely have any magic, so I can't really get rid of those guys. I don't know why there was such a long pause there, but I don't know why I do anything anymore. And wow, that is a bit much. That's very excessive, actually. How much was that? I have no idea how much that was. All I know is that it seemed very excessive. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be tackling Plague Knight this episode. I think it's time we spend some gold. And by some, I mean like a lot of gold. Because we have just a little bit too much. I mean, I guess you can never have too much money in some ways. I mean, if you win the lottery, you probably have too much money. And then you're going to just spend it all and stuff. And your life's going to be ruined. Because life just sucks that way. And I kind of knew that was going to happen, but like I was hopeful it wouldn't. So, break these walls. We're breaking walls, Trump's building walls. Hooray for unoriginal jokes. Alright, so I got full magic, pretty much full health. Let's do this. Treasure Knights. Alright, now Treasure Knight is probably one of the harder bosses in my opinion. The bosses in general in this game can be a bit tricky. I feel like Treasure Knight is one of the trickier ones personally, but if you just figure out how he works, it's honestly not that bad. And yeah, that was bad, but you trust me, if you figure out how this fight works, it just isn't quite that. I feel like that's how a lot of boss fights can really work with this game, but I personally feel like once you kind of figure out the gist of it, it's not that bad. Most of that attack can just be avoided by poking a weapon. Obviously, that last hit really can't, but see, there we go. Took him out first try. Remember, I had quite a bit of trouble the first time I fought this guy. I forget exactly why. I might not have had as much magic or something, but yeah, I did struggle with him quite a bit at first. But eventually, like I said, once you start to learn the patterns, certain things become easier. I know one thing I didn't do in this fight is you can lock yourself in like a constant pogo at the top of the screen when he goes up really high. I feel like that is possible, and I know I've done it before. Didn't pull it off that match, but I still got through it okay, so not a huge deal. Alright though, so we're gonna get even more money. We'll look at that, and we will head on. So I think, let's see what our time is now. Alright, 16. So these levels are taking longer, so I suppose I'll just do them one at a time and then I'll do something else. So right now, we will head to the Armour Outpost. Alright. We can't get there quite yet. So, this area right here is basically our upgrade section. Shovel blade you have there, but can I improve it? So right here, you can get 3 extra abilities for your shovel. Now, if you remember earlier in the game, I said that we could add, like, abilities, but we never really increase the strength. This is what I mean. These are just some extra abilities you can add to our shovel. I'm going to only be adding this one right now. It's not exactly like the most useful ability, but actually I might add this too. I'll probably add it later. But what it basically does means you can dig up all dirt piles in one shovel sweep. I guess probably the best way I can say that. Alright, now here you have all different types of armor that can that give you special abilities. So this will allow you to hold more gold. This gives you more magic at the cost of defense. I'll look over that one in a second. That's my personal favorite. This one, let's see, no knockback, but it's a no knockback, but you're a slidey. And this one is, yes, actually useless. It just lets you do flips, and it's like all gold and stuff. Now this is the Dynamo Mail. Perform 2 consecutive shovel drops to unleash a powerful charge slash. Now there is an extra ability you can get from that guy over there that'll increase your shovel, which is like a charge slash. But the Dynamo Mail is a lot better than that, because even though it both leads to the same thing, the charge slash like really increases your speed and just kind of makes it like difficult to move and stuff. But that's not how this works at all. I'll just show it to you next episode. Actually no, because we're gonna be doing an extra boss fight, so I just can show it to you now. I may go for that spark, but I do want to do this real quick. Alright, if we actually pay all these people. Unfortunately, I'm only 1,000 gold short. And one more. Now we've paid off everyone in the shop. Oh, here we go. We actually have a boss fight now, surprisingly. I actually did not know about this guy in my first playthrough. But, yeah, this is a thing that you can do. Alright, now let's see if I can pull off a double pogo so I can show you guys the Dynamo Mail. Here we go. So as you can see, that did extra damage. That's really how it works. And it's a lot harder to use in boss fights, because you often won't get, like, double pogos like that. But in levels, it can be a total godsend. As you can see right there, like, I pulled it off there. And it can make quick work of bosses. It's actually probably the most useful, it's in my opinion the most useful because it gives you extra offense. Something I personally think is quite useful in Shovel Knight. And I got nothing from that, didn't I? Oh no, I got extra gold. Okay, good. I got like 5,000 extra gold. That's nice. Alrighty then. So, I guess we'll head back up there and get that, one thing that I wanted that was like 6,000 gold. And then we'll do one more thing. I guess maybe 2 things, but... Alright. This is the Drop Spark. So, if you guys remember in the original Zelda game, I can't show this off right now, but if you remember in the original Zelda game, when your sword could, it would be like, have beams if you're at full health, this is functionally the same thing. Of course, the Charge Slash, it's basically the same thing as the Dynamo Mail, but like that. I do personally prefer the Dynamo Mail to get the extra damage for the slash, but that's just me. Now, we're going to be covering one of the extra bosses right now, and we'll cover the other next episode. We're going to be covering the easier one today, Ruiz. Now these extra bosses, these extra bosses were actually created by the people that donated to the Shovel Knight Kickstarter. So that's pretty interesting. And well, screw that up. But yes, so you did see what I was trying to do with the spark earlier. Unfortunately, this guy does jump around quite a bit, so I wasn't able to get too many hits off. But nonetheless, yeah. So this guy uses boomerangs and fire. He hasn't actually used his fire base. There we go. So this guy will utilize boomerangs and fire to try to take you out. And I think real quick I want to switch over to the flare wand. As I said, it is a lot easier to hit with a flare wand, so I feel like you're more often going to be using that. So that would be it. But there we go, that is all. And we get like 150, no, 1,500 gold. Let's check. Alright, we also get an extra sheet. Now, that song you heard right there, and the other one, and the one that played in Mr. Half Fight, that plays for all the extra bosses. So I'd say one of the more popular songs from Shovel Knight. It's pretty good. It's a pretty cool song. It's like, I can't remember the name right now. I'll put it on screen right now. Actually, no, we're about to get the music sheet in, so we'll find out then. Here you go, Bard. Take my sheets. Alright. So now we have, head over a little bit. Watch Me Dance. That's from the dance loop, I guess. Fighting with All Might. This is the like extra boss theme. Head over. We got Treasure Knight's theme. The theme from the what's it called again? Whatever that was called, I forget. And the Clouds of Fate, Moon Knight's theme. Alright. So that will be it for this episode of Let's Play Shovel Knight. So if you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like or something. I don't know. I can't really tell you what to do. But yes, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys stick around to see more of this series. So yeah, hopefully see you guys next time.